long time since I made a video, but not really, because YouTube has been cock blocking my videos and like being like, this is not family friendly. I don't see anything about what I say to be not family friendly. I mean, straight girls who get drunk and make out with other chicks, like, I think that's pretty family friendly. I think if you're considering sending your child to an all girls or all boys school, it doesn't fucking matter, because people like me still exist. And we're gonna make out with your children. If you're a child, not like an adult making... I could see how that wouldn't be Anyways, so yeah, YouTube has been like doing a fuckery of shit, and it just, yeah, that's right, like, put me on ban, YouTube, stupid. But there was also the fact that I was sick for the last week. I was also supposed to go to New Orleans, and that pesky Hurricane Nate came in and just like literally rained on my parade. And then, yeah, I was at a conference like the week before. So this video is kind of derived from the conference I just attended, and drinking and getting drunk with like a supervisor or a boss, and how you should or should not conduct yourself. So for me, now that I've been in multiple jobs and I've drank with lots of my superiors, if you will, and coworkers. Coworkers are one thing, superiors are another. You kind of have to like gauge yourself. So the person I had went on the conference with, who we'll call Ernie, me and Ernie went to this conference. Ernie is like a level above me, but is not like the ruler of like our group, my team. So it's like ruler of my team, and then Ernie, and then me, and then people under, or people sideways. So this is the first time I was going anywhere with Ernie that was like personal, like where we would have like downtime to like get to know each other. I've only known Ernie for like 3 months now, and so I was a little hesitant at first, because you don't really know how somebody's gonna be when you're with them alone, like outside of the workplace, and you know, having to like, you know, eat dinner and stuff, and like talk when it's not in the workplace. So I was a little nervous, because like Ernie is like a girl that's like Ernie's like a girl that seems like that I probably would never hang out with if I met Ernie on the street. Which is like, that's sad, because I actually like Ernie. But anyways, so we there's drinking involved on this trip, of course, because the conference provides alcohol and stuff, and then we went and drank after, and we were at the bar, and you know, we're just bullshitting. We end up talking to strangers, because that's what happens when you drink. That's what happens when you drink. And it's like, I know that I'm drinking beer the end, because if I have Fireball, like, well, you know, this is like a whole other story. So I was kind of like drinking responsibly, but like not like you would think I was responsible based on how I look, but I was a little fucked up. However, Ernie can fucking drink. That is what I learned. Ernie can drink, and I couldn't even like keep up, but I did. And then Ernie's like, stop being a fucking pussy, like drink. And I'm like, ah, and then I did, even though it wasn't like that. It's like, not like you had to force me. But then what happened was something weird. It was like the dudes we were talking to, who were these old men, were just like bullshitting with us. And then like Ernie's in this relationship, and Ernie's significant other was like, baby, like talk to me, you've been gone for whatever. And Ernie's like hitting the fuck you button, because like we're busy. And Ernie's like, my significant other is like pissed off at me, but whatever, fuck it, I'm gonna drink more. And I'm like, that's the way to be, Ernie. And then like I was like, but make sure you go home and you make Ernie sandwiches, because we love sandwiches. People like sandwiches. I think it's just a nice thing to do. And then the stranger says, yeah, or like blow him. Okay, here's the thing about this story. When sex comes up with your significant, no, not significant, but your boss, sex, something you don't want to talk about ever with your boss, ever. I even get uncomfortable when like my boss's boss like says like fuck, because like that makes me uncomfortable, because she's like my mom. She makes me think of my mom, like not in like she's an old way, but like she makes me miss my mom. And so this dude brings up blowjobs, and I'm like, no. And I like cover my boss Ernie, yeah, I cover her face, and I'm like, we're not talking about blowjobs with Ernie. Nope, not doing it. Not happening. Not. And Ernie, I didn't even look at Ernie's face, because I didn't want to know what Ernie's face looked like. But it got awkward and uncomfortable. And then like I was like, and by the way, even though girls don't even like giving blowjobs, dudes can't even go down on a chick the right way. And like the guy was like, oh well, like I satisfy my women, and like my last 2 girlfriends like loved me going down on them. And then Ernie chimes in with like, yeah, but they left you, both of them. And I was like, ah. And then we pounded it, and I'm pretty sure we crossed some boundaries in that conversation. But the thing is that I don't care. If you drink responsibly, you can open a lot of doors with a lot of people. And I'm not saying go out and get blasted, but just get enough where you can have some liquid courage to talk about weird things. Like, I don't want to say blowjobs, because that's not happening, no. But like, after that trip and drinking with my boss and getting to know Ernie like on a different level that wasn't just like, hey, I need you to do this, hey, do that, like, and seeing that Ernie's like a real person, it made work a lot easier. Like the following days after, you know, I feel more comfortable like shooting Ernie a text and being like, yo, is this what you meant by this? Or I need help with this, or like it put an element of like friendship into our work relationship, and it is because we bonded over getting drunk and going out. Like, and normally you don't do that with your bosses. So yeah, I say if you have the opportunity, just drink, and drink in moderation. And I'm not gonna tell you that night didn't get out of hand, because I woke up the most hungover I've ever been in this entire year, for sure. And it was a little rough. It was a rough morning, but it was rough for Ernie also, and we went through it together, and we had to wake up to emergencies, and we're like, God damn it, what? And we did it together, and it was like a bonding thing. And it's like team building? No, just go to the bar. Just go to the bar and bond. Like, that just will help everything. Team dynamics just need alcohol. That's all. YouTube's totally gonna flag this video. But, yeah. That's where I've been, and I've come to the conclusion after drinking with my boss that it's never a bad idea to let a little loose. Just don't sleep with your boss. Yeah, don't do that. And that's all I gotta say. It's been a minute, YouTube, but that's because you're being a dickhead. Anyways, I'm going to New Orleans, supposed to be next month now that it all got like fucking changed. I even paid for a haircut. Like, I didn't even cut it myself this time. So, there's that. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say. I hope everyone's having a splendid October 12th. And if you are looking into that whole National Coming Out Day thing, congrats, come on out. Cause like, I was like, hey, so-and-so, why don't you come out? And their response was like, cause aren't you a guy? But like, am I? That's a technicality I can't even get into. But yes, National Coming Out Day. I hope you all came out, and that's all I gotta say. We're done.